are you going to do for them?
We're going to provide tools that allow them to forecast sales, analytical tools to track business intelligence
Okay.
and sites,
All right.
make better decisions.
Okay. All right. Okay, you can stop sharing. Got the idea. So did you, so you can stop sharing now. Great. So this is being transcribed. I'm recording and I'm recording on YouTube and let's do this. Do I have any volunteers to moderate the chat? Okay, and who else? And Mark. Okay, and Mark, can you be so kind and moderate the chat? And both of you, can you reach out to everyone, make sure that unless they got permission from me, they have that they need to turn on their cameras, and then we can get started. So everybody knows cameras on unless you have some issues of broken camera or some other issue of health or something like that. Nathaniel and Navar, Emerson, and Noah, and hopefully. Okay. So hopefully everyone will get on board, and then hopefully my throat will last. Okay, welcome everyone. What we had on Monday was a time for you to meet with your groups to do your proposals. And let me say a couple of words that's going to be important for the class. And in this case, George, if you can lower your camera a little bit so we can see your entire face. Perfect. And hopefully we can get the others up and running. Okay. The next part of our semester is going to go really fast. But what I'd like us to do is be able to be AI consultants to businesses and to others to be able to possibly teach them on how AI can help be more effective and efficient. What's important to note is that we are in the beginning stage of AI, the products, and many times the products are not 100% accurate. For instance, the financial community is reluctant to use, for instance, for recordings, because of they're heavily regulated to use some of the AI in recordings, even some of the things that we use for AI companion to summarize. They do not want to make any mistakes. But for some others, for instance, of being able to figure out strategies or ideas or to brainstorm, I think AI is really pretty good even now. And that for your projects, what's going to be important, what I was trying to tell you, Sophia, is I want you to do a project that you can learn from, that businesses can get your services, and it's not pie in the sky. Some of your propositions were very interesting in your proposals. My one contention that I had is that it was more theory, and I don't think within 5 weeks or 6 weeks that you will be able to do it. So we almost have to think to ourselves, what services can we give now and learn about to give, rather than something very sophisticated that maybe we read from the books, but would take us months to do. So I'm going to have you narrow some of your proposals down. So any comments that you have, I'll have each group present your proposals quickly to me. So you'll decide among your group who will be presenting shortly, and I will, when I give you feedback, it will be narrowing for the entire class. I do not mind if groups basically do the same topic area. That's not going to be a problem for me because you still can do many points of view on it. It won't be exact and it won't be duplicate because it will still have you involved. Okay, so let's start. Let me start by sharing and talking about what is due and where we go from there. Okay, so Haley, does that sound good to you?
Sounds good.
Great. So let's start. So I'm going to share my screen. You tell me if you see my screen. You see my screen and you see that our YouTube live streaming works well. And I'm going to go to our content. I'm in section J. And what is the first thing that we always do then? Sophia, is what? What do we look at when we do our housekeeping?
Announcements.
Yeah, well, announcements and also what's due. So let's go to what's due. We go to what's due and my edit is off, so this should be the same one. If you looked at it before, today is Wednesday, March 19th, you'll see that we have the audit assignment was to do the final project group 1, which was due before this class. And you had the readings of the Tech Guide 3 of cloud computing, right? You had the adaptive assignment and you had the quizzes. So we'll go more into next week, more into cloud computing. I'll be also giving you some additional readings in this area of cloud computing. The next part, Sophia, is due next Wednesday. And next Wednesday is final project part 2. There are a number of parts to this project. And what's nice, Sophia, is every week we'll be doing another step of the project rather than leaving it to the end. And I'll be giving each group feedback. You'll be reading about artificial intelligence. We've been talking about it and using a lot of the tools, but now we're going to be doing artificial intelligence in a more academic fashion, reading chapter 14, and I will also give you additional readings of artificial intelligence. You'll be doing adaptive assignment and quizzes. So the idea for next week is completing project 1 is I need to go over with you your proposals. And then once you get over the proposals is I approve that, Sophia. The next step is doing an elementary draft using a website. As I mentioned before, Sophia, as I have academic partnerships with a number of companies and with Wix, since I've done some consulting with them and helped their executives, in return, they've said that they wanted to help us in the way that they are giving us a way to upgrade to their paid version. So we're going to get a paid version where we will be able then to have our own domain name and our URL. So in this case, Sophia, if I look at this, it says the assignment is upgrading Wix and Collaborate. Is that idea for assignments? Where do I find the instructions to this assignment? Sophia.
Audit assignment instructions.
Right, so I'm going to go to audit assignment instructions, and the way I'm doing it is make sure that it's working. And in this case, working here is you can upgrade Wix using a code. So you're going to only get for only this class and for one member in each group, you can use the code. And with that, you'll invite team members for the project. And you'll be able then to do your research and launch a live website. So here's one part of attaching the code here, talking about upgrading your research. So it's basically you go to the Wix and it's going step by step, creating a site and then uploading. If I also go to, it says PowerPoint and documentations, you'll see in documentations here, I have the PowerPoint. Now, we'll talk about this a little bit later, but these are ways in which to upgrade. But before we do the upgrade, what I want is to go to your section of the audit, which is Audit J. Go to assignment groups, and your assignment groups under your group 0 should be your final project, and you should have listed everyone who was present in doing your proposal. So if I go to assignment groups here, in group 1, I have Nisa, Tessa, Jared, and Rianne. And I'm going to just go through each group and give you feedback. And you need my permission to do one of the proposals. I am a member of every group. So let's start with group 1. I go to group 1. I go to the final project. At least they've done this. They put in each person in their group, first name, last name. And you have under proposals, you have 2 proposals. So who wants, who is in this group that wants to tell me about it? And we're going to do quickly through each one. So don't unmic yourself and let me know. No one's here from group 1? Tessa, Jared, Rianne, I know you're here.
Oh, yes. What
Yes.
was the question? Sorry.
The question is, we're going through your assignment quickly, and I want you to tell me about your proposals.
Okay, let me pull it up really quickly.
Okay, so the idea here, Rianne, we have to go through a number of groups, so every group has to be prepared. Okay?
Okay.
Were you involved in this, Rianne?
Yeah, I was. We met on Monday.
Okay, so
Our first proposal is consulting. And we said that we would I guess use AI to help like do our operations and stuff with technology too. And then we said that we would do like workshops and stuff like that for like
what problem are you trying to solve?
um
Okay, so let me tell you. Can I interrupt?
I don't think that we really necessarily had a problem, so I feel like maybe we need to edit it for that.
Okay, so
Because it's kind of just more of a consulting thing, but we didn't necessarily have
consulting to
like
do
a,
what? Consulting to help them what?
I guess, bridge the gap between AI technology and like business, but I guess we should
So,
probably
so let's do this. So we got to rewrite this either. And what was the second one? What's the difference between 1 and 2? Sounds like the
not a
same
lot.
thing. Sounds
Yeah.
like what I don't understand. One's called Next AI in this. And we integrate Microsoft to automate tools, ChatGPT, and Data Robot. Okay, what's the other one? What are you using? Claude and okay. All right. Okay, this is the case for everybody. It's what I want you to do is something that you can do, Rianne. and this is for everyone, that at the end, you actually can do this and go to a business and say, this is what we have to offer.
Okay.
So if the idea, so you have to rewrite this and you can start rewriting it now, and you can even use one of the AIs to help you, is what are you trying to solve? Is it that you're trying, one proposal could be, we're trying to educate your employees on how to use AI tools in your business.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And or in a way that if I'm a student, you're a student, I'm looking for an internship. My proposal is to help students with using AI get internships, and it may be inviting recruiters to come in and tell us via what? Via
Okay.
Zoom, via live streaming to YouTube and others, tell us how we can get internships using AI to help us with their resume, help us with interviewing, invite others. So this, your proposals sound so vague
Yeah.
that, you agree with me? They
Yeah, I
sound
agree.
so vague. So you need to rewrite them and rewrite it quickly, that it could be, I'm here to train employees how to do quicker emails using like Copilot to write emails, or this. It may be in ways in which to create podcasts, ways
Okay.
in which basically it could be like a tutoring of students, and these are the tools that I'm using. It could be in a way that if I'm dealing with realtors, how realtors are going to help those realtors do it. It could be using in terms of marketing. That is
Okay.
so, you understand? I read it, you even have a hard time figuring out what the heck it means, right?
Yeah.
So you threw it out. So so how am I supposed to know? So bring it down to this proposal, and I think everybody needs to refocus this. This
Okay.
proposal is that you are going to basically give services to businesses
Uh-huh.
on tools that you actually know,
Okay.
not forecasting and all these, it sounds like the book almost, like chapters from the book, taking it, that are meaningless to you after a while. They talk about data mart, whatever, a data warehouse, and you have no idea. I don't even know what inventory is. I have no inventory.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
rather what you can do for. So if you're a student at that, if you're a student that I'm going to do using these tools to help with mental health, you know what the student is, you know that their stresses, you know that their loneliness, I need help on studying, you can have a proposal on that. Something
Okay.
you're not hiding that you're a student, but you're not emphasizing this is just a silly student project, but this is real. Do you
Okay.
understand that, the difference is what I want, rather than some of you were going to be, doing healthcare and, basically going to diagnose, x-rays. You have no idea how to do that, right? So it takes a whole team to do it, but you have a number of skills already here that you can do, that you can share and you can learn about. You got it? So that needs to be redone when I'm sharing that. Okay? So that needs to be, so both of these need to be, I don't know, the idea that you can get expert led, you're the experts. Interactive workshops, on-demand courses. So list the courses. If it may be courses about what's AI, and these are skills that you're going to do, and you may give webinars on that, training employees how to use AI that can help them with their work. And you're going to be able to give examples of using maybe Perplexity and Gemini and Claude. Or you'll be able to use then Copilot and ChatGPT. You have access to it for some kind of showing it. This data robot, who wrote that to provide predictive analytics, I don't know. You understand? For real world, blah, 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 but
Yeah.
actually specifics on it.
Okay.
And I need this done so I can approve it, so we can go on.
Okay.
Okay, group 2, Alex, Ethan, and Adam. Who can tell me? So they at least put, this is final project. Okay, they were there. So who wants to tell me about it? Let's go.
So our first proposal was about real estate AI. And
Okay,
so like real estate agents have problems like finding properties like at a good price or like looking at its history and like all the properties history. So like this AI would just like do most of the work for you and just like give you like a report.
okay. So I
It
could
saves them a
see
lot of
it.
time.
So I could see this of restating this, that you'll provide then services to teach. Who are you going to do it to? Realtors, to brokers, to
It would
both?
mainly just be real estate agents
So
because
real
they
estate agents about AI, and you can give like seminars, how to use these tools. What's the second one? Next Wealth.
the second one's like a wealth management firm. So like I guess a lot of people like I don't really look at the markets and stuff like that. But if I had like an AI app on my phone that told me like how the markets were doing or like how to manage my money, I definitely like look into it.
Yeah.
Like it's
But,
just for like the average.
but
It's not like for like real
I
estate
know, but
investors.
the
It's for like the average
is,
person.
I know, but can you actually do this in 4 weeks? Give that
Oh
service. So
yeah, if I
I want this proposal that at the end you actually can give that service.
yeah, this one seems pretty easy. I mean, you just have to like look at the markets and it basically
So
tell you
yeah,
like
so
how
you
the
have to,
previous week has been.
so maybe what it'll be is also training then who are wealth managers. Who are you going to be training?
This is
Or is
mainly
this
just for
for
like the
end
average
users?
person that's like
Okay,
not
so the
fully
average
financial
person,
literate.
so what is no, so you have to actually show them examples of how to do these. So when you're giving your demos, you're going to actually have to then find something that will do those AI-based trading alerts using Notebook LM for something that it would apply to for my wealth management. This one, AI-powered stock prediction. Have you ever used this one? Is it available? Is it
Oh, Kavat,
free?
yeah.
Is it free?
Yeah, so you have to just sign in and make an account, but it's
Okay, so then
pretty
if you could
straightforward.
show, okay, so if you could show these, that would be great. But you're actually going to have to show how to use these and say that at the end, we can give this as a service, as being consultants in this market. So it seems like proposal 2, you can do better than proposal 1, no? Or real estate, you decide among your group. But I actually want you to show actually how to do these. And you'll show examples in your videos. Plus, you'll have a podcast, right? You'll show basically your podcast of your own URL. We'll do something where we'll get phone numbers that you'll attach. We'll do a chat bot so you can teach them about chat bots too. So did that make sense? So which one are you going to choose?
Probably proposal 1, just because I feel like it's a lot more applicable. Like it's
Okay,
just
so then
real estate's all around us, you know.
I know it's so big, but what I would do is focus in on that if it's real estate agents, teaching them about almost AI and getting them up to snuff. And these are examples. Later on, we can give you other services. These are some of the examples of what we can do for you. And it may be even in terms of the website, it may be in terms of we can give you a podcast. Later on, it may be in terms of we can give you a chat bot. We can give you a phone number, and when you call the phone number, we can attach that. You got it? Hi, Daniel. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Okay, you can
I'm
tell.
just editing the assignment to put the code in there.
Right. And also, Daniel, right, it was difficult for students. I'd rather have that when they do the code for Wix, that they're going, it seems like they have to go to many different ways to find the code, number
Yeah, I'm
one.
gonna put it in the assignment.
Yeah, put it in the assignment of what the code is. And I want to thank Daniel always, but you can hear, you'll see how far I can go with my voice, right? But anyways, this is it. So I appreciate it that we'll continue. So I'm going to continue with their proposals and then we'll go step by step. Okay. So redo that, your group, redo it and say, this is the proposal approved by Dr. Rush. Okay? And
Which one, the
sec-
first one or the second one? Was it
I
one or
don't
two?
care, either one.
Oh, okay.
But something that you can give as a service and you can actually show them how to do it. And on your website, you're showing examples of this is how you can, we're giving you a scenario on how to do it. So you may want to meet with the group, but I want it done so we can start with the second step. Okay? Okay, group 3. Sabrina, Mark, Harlan, and Fiaz. Okay. So what is this? Who can help me? My voice is going to go. One is AI tutor and the other one is for,
Is marketing.
okay,
The goal we had in mind was we should have been a little more specific, just like the
Yeah.
other groups, but our goal for the first one was to help entrepreneurs just make a company for a lot cheaper so they don't have to hire a bunch of people. They don't need to make a bunch of they don't need to learn a bunch of different skills. They can just use AI.
okay. And what's the second one? AI tutor. So which one do you like better, Mark?
I like the first one more.
I do too. Okay. So basically, Mark, so make it on is this for small businesses? I would basically maybe make it for businesses that don't have a marketing team, right?
Yeah,
That you want.
exactly. I guess the goal is a startup, like one-man shop, two-man shops. That's the person.
Even a 5-man or even
Yeah.
even a restaurant. I have people in my restaurant. I just don't know how to do this stuff,
Mhm.
right? So it doesn't even be 1-man and a 2-man. It can be many people in the company, but they don't know how to do it. And then your AI products, I would show, and then also I would even do the podcasts and the other parts that we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But actually show examples of these. And show how that, and show basically that almost that you're eating your, what I call, Mark, eating your own dog food. So you're going to show it for your business, right? You're going to have a business of this consulting company, how you're doing it using these tools, and you can do it for them.
Yeah.
Rather than just saying, I'm going to do this for you and I have no idea how to do it, you're actually going to show them how to do it. And you maybe take yourself as an example. Consulting groups, right? So I like proposal 1, but you make it and not just 2 products. How many people in your group, Mark?
4.
4, so at least 4 products, or at least different versions of those 4, at least 3 products or 4 products. And each person, you can even do 4 products and you can work as a team, 2 people to a product. You decide, I'm not gonna micromanage. Okay, group 4. And then put one of the things and then say approved by Dr. Rush. Okay. My final, Alexa, Noah, Caitlin, and Navarre. So tell me about it. No, my voice is gonna go.
So we'll just start with proposal 2. So our second proposal
Do you like
is,
that better?
sorry, what was that?
Do you like that better? Proposal 2?
Compared to proposal 1? I like both of them.
Okay. So what is proposal? So what is proposal 2?
Proposal 2 is a tutoring service that uses AI called Cognivance. So it's essentially just like a AI tutoring system. So students can use this system to help with their schoolwork and study for
Okay.
tests.
Okay, so what I would focus, if you're gonna do that, I would focus on who is my clientele. So I would narrow it maybe to universities, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
focusing universities is like one of the things we're focusing
Oh,
on.
well, it's not one of the things I would say is focus for, rather than student, right? Rather than Khan Academy that's generic, I would focus in students, and maybe in this case, you can focus, and are you gonna meet them ever physically, or you're teaching them the tools, you're gonna actually tutor them, or what?
No, it's all online. So like all the
I know, but are you gonna do the tutoring, or just teach them tools to do it themselves?
tools to do it themselves.
Okay, so that has to be clear.
Hmm.
So I would rewrite that and say tools for people to basically study. And what you may want to do is focus in the beginning of your samples, maybe of business students, and take certain as examples, certain topics that are more difficult.
Yeah.
So rewrite that.
Okay.
Proposal 2.
Um, should I move on to proposal 1?
No, I would just keep it. Who's proposal 1 for?
Proposal 1 is it's like a flight aviation AI. So essentially,
Do you know anything about this area?
well, this is near very specialty, but
Right, but it's Naveer's specialty. So I like number 1 because everybody can relate to proposal 2, right?
okay. So we should go with proposal 2.
Don't you think so? Everybody, Naveer, he can do maybe something on his own, but this is very specific to what Naveer knows. He's a pilot, he can do this. I would do number 1, everybody can relate to that, and that it can help you, right?
Yeah, so go with number 2.
Yeah.
All right.
And rewrite it to where it's focused, and that you'll show examples, for instance, in some of the courses that you're actually using.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could do it in some ways that maybe you can even meet or somehow, or get maybe a group together where you'll do before exams or something. That maybe you can even have some other tutors come in, help with asking questions that you didn't get correct by the bot, and the bot can learn. Five. Presley and others. Okay. I'm losing my voice, so let's start. Somebody chime in.
So ours is Pima AI Gen Corp, our first one. It's a marketing company. So we're targeting small family-owned and local businesses. Our goal, some of the things we're gonna do with marketing is we're gonna do customer analysis. So our on our repeating customers, we're gonna see what they buy and what they continuously buy, and then the AI will send out emails or messages to that person, like ads for the type of products that they buy. Um,
What's the second one?
the second one is a tutoring one, MIPA
Mhm.
Agent Corp.
Okay.
Basically, so based off after the first meeting, based off prior meetings, it'll help the AI will record the meeting, and then based off what is talked about and what is learned, it can also help them set up with other tutors and similar specialties. So try to find that also helps find the perfect online tutor for anyone in the United States.
Okay, so you're not teaching tools, you're actually kind of matching an online tutor.
Yes.
And where are you using AI then? How's AI coming in?
So for the tutoring one, we're gonna use Zoom, and then we'll have the AI transcription. So then that will be so over multiple Zooms, we'll see what's talked about in the AI will obviously summarize what's going on in the meetings, and then that summary will we'll see what's similar to other summaries from different tutoring sessions, and then help. So then, when someone wants to find a tutor or a different tutor, they're able to see who taught something very similar.
And how are you gonna do that? It seems complicated.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, if you're gonna do AI tutoring, what I would do is look at the tools that can help an individual do tutoring. And then you may have an addition, you may want to recruit online tutors that will also use your tools to help then the tutoree. And then you may have then maybe like review sessions or something like that. And you may even want to do something that you'll start at a certain university and a certain school and maybe work with like the tutoring. We
Yeah.
have tutoring here at the university. You may be wanting like an add-on to the tutoring that already exists.
Mm.
What you want to do in terms of matching online and doing all that sophistication, you're not able to do, right? And that's not easy to do.
Okay.
So, or you want to, do you know any, the marketing? It's something among the two, what can you actually teach somebody? What services can you actually do rather than in theory? That sounds great. The AI can see what we learned and find a better tutor. You don't know how to do that, I imagine, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, no, you're correct. I don't know.
So I would make it much more simple. Either you would do marketing for certain small businesses, and these are examples of tools that I can help you with. And you actually show how to use those tools for a business. And
Yeah.
those tools you use for a business, you'll use on yourself because you're a business.
Mhm.
Do you understand the difference? Rather
Yeah.
than theory, you're sounding like the book. And have the stuff that 90% of what you read in the book is basically, it's hard to even understand, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
have anything to do with you. So it's the same idea. If you're going to be marketing, you're going to use those marketing tools on your business, which is an AI business. And we'll show you how we used it for ourselves. Or with online tutoring, it's the same idea. These are courses where we're going to start off with business. And maybe we'll work with the university's tutor or something like that. Maybe do number one. But focus in on those tools and then use yourself as the guinea pig. And we can
Okay.
do it for you.
All right.
Rewrite that.
I'll
And-
talk to my a bunch of most of my group isn't here today, so
Oh, well,
I'll
that's
talk
not
to
good,
them
is
about
it? Right.
Yeah, I'll talk to them about it.
Okay, and one of the things that you need to talk to who is not here in your group.
Morgan and Issa, they're both sick.
Okay. So this is not good,
Doctor's notes,
right?
I believe.
What?
I believe they sent you doctor's notes.
Okay, but I'm just saying that we need to work on it. Yeah, okay. So that's what I would do and get it in. I would get it in before Monday. I would even get it in by Friday. Today is Wednesday, get it in by Friday. This is my project that needs approval. And send a note to Daniel that you've uploaded it by Friday.
Okay.
Okay, group 6. Final project.
Hi.
Hi.
So, hi. Our first idea was the marketing booster. So our target market would be essentially any businesses that need to market. And I learned about this in digital marketing when you're doing your search engine optimization.
Right.
Certain keywords are better than others. So like
Okay.
basically using AI to speed up the process instead of like wasting your money bidding on words that
Okay.
won't work.
Right.
And those are the
Yeah, and what
AI
about
apps.
so in this So what do you like better? Both one or two?
Honestly, they're
Yeah,
both
I want,
really good.
I want everybody to be honest, because it doesn't, because you're gonna get stuck with this. You understand? I'm not doing it, you are, right? So you better,
Yeah,
I want
I
us to,
was
right?
sorry. I was gonna talk to my group. Like they're both really good ideas. Um,
They are.
the second one is like helping students like
Okay, so
job
you need to
match.
you need to decide by the end of the day which one, and then just I approve both of them. But so you have to say that on the top, everybody has to say, this is what our group is doing.
Okay.
I like both of them, and then you can show it on your, maybe even do the first one, since you know a bit about it, and use your company as an example. Okay. Group, what was that, group 6? Group 7. So Nathaniel, Blake, George, and Ava. No, that's not here. So tell me, no. Is anyone here from your group? Or is your group all absent?
For group 7?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm here.
okay, so let's go.
My favorite was the first
Which
idea,
is what?
wealth management, integrating AI. Which
Okay,
was
and who is your target audience?
our target audience is small to medium-sized SMEs looking to enhance operational efficiency. But we think that our idea can boost productivity and reduce costs, and using tools like Notebook LM, Copilot for 365, and Grok for real-time data analysis.
Okay,
Small
so you're
business.
gonna have to, when you're gonna be doing this, you're gonna actually have to show it, how to do this.
Yeah,
You're able to show all how to do this. You'll have to take in examples and actually show how to use this to do that, to accomplish that.
it might be too hard, but
It's-
I think we're
Okay,
gonna
what's the
try.
second one?
The second one is it helps businesses modernize operations. We use AI to kind of the same idea to enhance efficiency and reduce costs, but we offer personalized consultancy to identify where AI can automate tasks that would make the business more efficient, reduce costs.
I would go with one, but
Yeah,
one I would cut down in terms of who my target audience would be, is maybe financial advisors.
yeah, I agree.
And you understand? So make your target, so modify one to financial, let's say financial advisors, and how you can help them, and maybe give examples of maybe helping them in terms of maybe responding to emails, maybe doing automation of some things. What were you actually, and those types of things, and actually show it.
Yeah,
And maybe using Excel with Copilot.
yeah,
And exactly issues on those.
I agree.
Okay, so modify number one, but to be more specific
Okay,
on how you're going to help them, and even simple tasks to help them with.
all right,
Okay,
sounds good.
all right. Next group. So I have you were what? Group what? Was that 7?
7.
Yeah, so 8. Sophia, this is your group, right? So so let me know.
You want me to present it again?
I want somebody to present it.
Well, our first proposal is Synapse Strategy Consulting. And they are for businesses looking to improve their client engagement, and they focus on reducing administrative burdens. And then Next AI is a business intelligence company, and they use business analytics to create decisions for management to improve sales and operations. That could be like tracking what is sold versus what is produced, etc.
Sounds too complicated to me. Because it's dealing with forecast. I would go with one, but in one, it seems like you're using Bloomberg Law Answers and Assistant AI powered legal research tools. Are those free?
I know that they have free trials.
Yeah. Sophia, are you going into law?
No.
So to me, it seems like I would then, if you're not, and everyone in your group is, I would set it up as basically make it more generic and don't do healthcare and law and financial advisory. It seems to me very narrow, and make it more, and then legal and medical transcription. I would help them in more daily operations and tasks. This is too narrow and way too complicated for you guys to do. So I would be maybe in helping businesses or teaching people, maybe in ways even to do do marketing, get closer to the customer, doing some Zoom, taking about teaching them how to do polling, all your Zoom activities. Basically, in terms of webinars, maybe in terms of using Notebook LM, using ways for marketing, maybe some strategy building and things like that. What do you think?
I will let my group know.
It's more, we gotta decide by the end of the day. What you guys, you understand that we need to be able to actually do it. And these are like a lot of words here, but you can't, what you have is you can't deliver on it. Do you understand? And I'm not saying it in a derogatory point, but do you know anything about financial advisory firms? Do you know anything about healthcare law firms? This is way too technical. But maybe what you can do is help them in getting closer to their customer. Maybe in seminars, or teach them about AI and what tools are available in AI for their businesses. So by Friday, I need to get a revised version that you'll all agree on. Yes, no?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. What group was that?
Group 8.
Group A. And stay with me, Sophia, after class, and I'll help your group. Who else is here from your group? Anyone besides you, Sophia?
I'm here.
I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Here.
So Emerson, and you're here too, Dylan.
Yeah.
So stay with me after class and we'll work it out. Okay? Group 9. So group 9 is Heidi, Graham, Christopher, and Lena. So tell me, one is tutoring and one is mental health. They're good topics. So who wants to talk about it?
I can. Our first one for tutoring, we are just thinking about the fact that it's hard to get tutoring like quickly, and it also costs a lot of money. So just creating a service for that. So like making personalized study plans. If you like put your information of when the test would be into the AI, and like it could make a personalized study plan for you, and then like homeworks if maybe you put like your notes and stuff, kind of like how Notebook LM works, like a different type of that.
Mhm. And what is mental health? What's the second one?
Same thing, like goes for mental health, just like how it takes, like you would have to make like an appointment with a therapist or whatever if that's what you wanted to do. So just,
What do you like better?
I feel like the tutoring probably.
Okay. I like the mental health too.
Okay.
I like mental health for university students.
Got
No,
it. Makes sense.
I'd
Yeah.
like mental health university students, and you can even list some issues that university students have.
Okay. And
Maybe
then just like making it
anxiety
more
before,
accessible.
and then I like the idea of beyond, maybe it's difficult to even get a counselor. You don't have the counselor 24/7, right? Even if you got a therapist, when would you see him, like once a week or something? And
Yeah.
then this way you can give them, everyone in your group can evaluate some of the mental health apps out there, AI apps, and then you can give examples of how that can be done. And then you can even do it in combination, maybe with peers.
Okay.
Say, like, hey, basically, maybe one of the things is a loneliness or something like that, where you get even physically people together, or but at least I can get that mental health and then actually show it. So I do number one, mental health, and you can label it something else. You may not want to use the word mental health, right? Because that may be like a drawback, but some kind of things of helping with social issues, even some of the ideas, a lot of times people don't do well in classes, not because they have some anxiety and some other and some other issues that prevent them from studying or not doing my assignments on time, being disorganized or whatever. So give scenarios of what you can relate to. And it doesn't have to be that you have serious mental health problems. It could be just, how do you get along? And part of it could be with the mental health is studying. So you could even have a section of helping me be organized or helping me study with something like Notebook LM and others.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
That sounds good.
Okay, so Heidi, let's rewrite number 2 and get it done by Friday. And then and I'm giving you, conditionally accepting proposal 2. Did I finish all groups? I think so. So let's have everybody's camera on. So since my voice is going, Daniel, can you maybe talk about once those proposals, I think, any questions about the proposals? So
Sure.
understand what I wanted to do is I want these proposals, that's something that you all can relate to and that you could actually give a service. It could help you possibly. You could use it for your company and you could give it a service to other people rather than pie in the sky kind of thing that, this sounds good, but I don't know how to approach it.
Yes, and then eventually you're going to have to pick some different AI tools that relate to the project. So you guys, I think it's the amount of groups or members in your group. So each person does one. Yep. And you could pick anything really, as long as it's fairly easy to use and you're able to figure it out. Some people have tried to use Watson and stuff like that. It gets a little complicated. But there's plenty, especially now with AI becoming so big. So you guys should have no issue with that. And then, of course, this all culminates in a final presentation. So all of you guys have to do something in this project. It's very important. There will be a peer review. So keep you guys accountable and everything like that. So please do make sure that you all participate and you all actively add to the project.
And basically, you will be graded individually as well. So it's the idea of my project, and you cannot say the project was great, but I basically sat there, or didn't do anything, that you don't get the same grade as the rest of the project. And then it's
Yeah.
also, I think, the idea why I want each person to know the software is basically then you can learn and then you can take it with you. So those are the issues. And then did you
Yeah,
want
Wix
to
is
go
very
over-
useful.
Yeah.
And if you guys need to build a website in the future, it is a good tool.
Yeah. So,
Obviously, we have the academic partner and we closely with Ellery.
so do you want to go over a little bit of the Wix once they got their proposal, what they need to do, Daniel?
Sure. I could pull mine up if they want to take a look.
Yeah. And then maybe even how they would approach Wix. Should they start with the AI? Where do they put in the code? How do they do that? Maybe even, yeah, show yours from last semester. And you'll even add more, right? Because we're gonna do the phone number, we'll have the VAPI and the
Yeah.
others. Yours is just the beginning, yeah.
Just give
Thank
me a
you,
couple.
Daniel.
Of course.
Because I think this way the students can kind of see. And note that Daniel you did it on your own, right, Daniel?
I did, yeah.
So.
All right, so each of you guys will make an account on Wix, and only one of you will need to actually upgrade the website to the business plan. It used to be that it was all free and we didn't really need to do that, but then they limited how many people could be on the team. So now you need to upgrade in order to invite people. So the first person in your group, you guys can assign like a leader just for this. And they'll actually create the website.
The beginning of it.
The
They can they
just
can upgrade. They
creates
don't need a
um,
domain name, right?
yeah.
But-
Let's see. So setup.
Yeah,
Well, this is all editing my site. I need
Yeah,
to
but you
create a
could
new
go to
site.
settings.
Yeah.
Go to settings.
Oh, this is that in order to add people.
Yeah. So once they upgrade to the business plan, go to settings. It's at the bottom there. I
At the
think.
bottom.
See settings.
Oh, I hear.
I think on settings it should be.
Yeah, right here. Settings and then
But
general,
also,
the roles
yeah,
and
roles and
permissions.
permissions, just like we talked about before, everybody roles and permissions. And when you upgrade, in the beginning, what it is now is that you only can have one collaborator, but if you upgrade to the business plan, you can
You
have
can have up to 10.
up to 10. But if you
Yeah.
don't, it used to be that you could have up to 5 collaborators in the free version. Now they only give you one other collaborator, which doesn't make sense. So the first thing that you'll need to do is you'll assign one person to sign into Wix with their email, upgrade to the business plan with the code, make sure the code works, that you have 0 for the amount you need to pay, and then you can then assign roles and permissions, and then you will then give everyone the highest role.
Yeah, so you'll invite the collaborator and you'll give
Right.
everyone the admin
Right.
roles so they can do everything.
Right.
Now, one thing that's important about that, only one person can edit the site at a time. So when you guys all have different things that you have to do for the website, make sure to plan around each other. and try to avoid conflicts, because if some person is editing it and then someone else tries to log in, it won't delete anything, but it will kick that person off. So you want to make sure that you work around that. I could go over like the options you have when you're actually creating a website if you'd like.
Maybe we can do
So-
that, we can do that Monday. But what's important here is people can even use Zoom as a group and have
Yeah.
one person do it and then basically share it together. So
Yeah.
for planning purposes, it's good to have one person, just like we're doing right now, where Daniel, you're leading it. You put in your email address and upgrading, and we can all see what you're doing. And then you can kind of try out the AI version and choose a template. So you could even
Yeah.
do like a new site or something like that and see how it works. Maybe we can do that for Monday, and we'll see in terms of the ways, once everybody has a proper proposal, because really, Daniel, what's really important, and then they can reach out to you too, is that it's doable, their proposal, and it's something that they can learn from, rather than so esoteric that they don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah, so some things also for Wednesday, there's a few things that you have to do. I'm just gonna pull this up. So you have to create like the home page with a logo, and we prefer that you use AI to generate that just to see the newest technologies. And then make sure you write that it was created with AI specific or specify which model. As far as image generation, the Grok model is very good, and also DALL-E by OpenAI. So you just have to create a home page, have kind of like a catchphrase or a business phrase here. This podcast stuff will come later, and then just a little bit about what you do. And then you also need to have this kind of bottom page where it has an email address, a get in touch page. That's the contact page. So I'll go to that up here. And this is all in the assignment. So the contact us is very simple. You just put an email address, a phone number of some sort, and you can even put an address, whether you want to use yours or the university, it doesn't matter. Last thing is an about page. So the about page, just a little something about your team, whether or not you want to have some images, you can generate this. I'll use DALL-E as well. And then you just need to have images of each team member and what you're doing for the company. Of course, there's a little creative liberty here as far as your role. You could say CEO or make some title up like I did here.
Right.
But if you were to present this to someone, it would be professional. It wouldn't be like a joke or something like that.
And it wouldn't be, I like the beach and I like to, right.
Yeah, it's preferable for it to be a nice kind of business picture. Dylan here has a nice one, and
Yeah.
I think I did a good one. Maybe
Yeah.
a suit, that would be nice. Just not something where you guys are, I don't know, at a party or something like that,
With a beer in their hand.
Yeah, exactly. Let's keep it professional.
Okay.
But yeah, this website is available to everyone. It's in the Group Zero example. It's not fully done because we have to add a couple of things from last semester to this semester, but this is basically everything. It's a good template. And obviously yours are going to look completely different. Everyone has their own creative designs, and Wix allows you to do that.
You can use their AI or
Yeah.
you can use their template.
So say I were to create a fake site, which you guys are going to have to do this for this assignment. If you go to the create a site, you can either set it up without a chat, and that'll bring you to the template thing, or you can start it with a chat. Now, when I did this, I did it with the AI chat. Ellery recommends a template just because they're very easy to use, but I wanted to test out the feature. So that is up to you.
And then also what is nice here, Daniel, is if they start chatting, then you can evaluate their AI And then
Yeah.
if you want to even give it a service, we can do an AI generated website for you too. That can be one of their services.
Yeah.
And then you can
So the
see.
chat will ask you like some information about your site. So say, I don't know, if we had a mental health consulting or something like that. Or,
Right, mental
I-
health for university students put, you know?
yeah. Mental health for university students using AI.
It says studies.
Uh,
But anyways, we'll see if they got it right.
uh,
And then you get the name right.
yeah, what's the name of your business? University of Miami Mental Health Consulting, BTE.
And then I wouldn't put BTE.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't want it to be looking like a student project, so I wouldn't put BTE. But anyways, you
Yes.
got right. And
University
then your
students.
students, right?
And you
And
can
then
change
maybe
all of this
BTE,
here.
maybe would be business technology enterprise or something, you know?
Yeah, and you can always change
Right,
everything.
right, right.
Whatever you put here is not set in
Right,
stone.
right. Okay.
You have any
Got the idea.
goals? You get it. We want
Yeah.
we want a team page and a contact us page.
Right.
And it should do all of this. It won't be perfect, but
But
it'll
it'll
give
be your
you
beginning.
something.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's basically using, so what I would do is I'd encourage using the AI with it and see what you get, and then
Yeah.
go in and edit, because one time, what's the problem is a lot of times the AI is so generic that you want to do, okay,
Yeah. So based off of
Okay.
everything I inputted, it's gonna make something. Kind of curious what it's gonna make.
yeah, that'll be interesting, what kind of picture,
Yeah. And then you have to put all this information in there.
right,
You guys will get to it. It's all in the assignment. There's no secrets here.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay, thanks
Yeah.
a lot. I think that helps giving an overview. Any questions? So the group that I asked to stay with me. Can you, and let me just promote you, make sure. Dan,
oh, you want to do the attendance? Yeah, I can do that.
yeah, make you a co-host. And then let's do attendance. And I appreciate you all. You had some creative ideas there. And what I'm trying to do, is bring you down to earth. You know what I mean? And say, hey, what's doable? And then you can actually show somebody, hey, I can do this for companies. And then later on, you can say additional services we plan to present. Then you can go into those additional services that we plan to present. Right now, we have these. In the future, if you're interested, we plan, or let us know what other services you need. But these are our future plans. You can put that. Okay. So did we get the?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's in chat.
5780 is the code for attendance. Beautiful. 5780. So stay with me. Otherwise, make sure your proposal is approved before you start with the Wix, and then on Monday, Daniel, we can start looking at that with them.
Great.
Maybe we can even, once we approve everybody can even do that. We can do a little assignment where everybody does it with ChatGPT. And then they can make even an assignment and try it out and see what we get. Okay. Is everybody finished here? Questions?
You
Anything
guys
else?
here?
So let me just turn off